Welcome to Mystic Moon's Cancer. Cancer. Here to do mid-May. For anyone with significant Cancer energy, do you have a Cancer sun? A Cancer moon? A Cancer rising? Do you have Cancer in your first house? Do you have Cancer as your signature sign? Well, Cancer, this reading is for you. Cancer, if you appreciate my time in doing this, do leave me a thumbs up. And if you'd like, Cancer, you can also send a bit of love my way. You can donate and help support the channel if you'd like. Tips are always appreciated. My channel isn't monetized. I do depend upon your support. Cancer, if you're a subscriber, thank you for being part of the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, no worries. I had a YouTube account for quite a long time before I ever actually subscribed. And even now, I believe my subscriptions are about 5. So I get it. No worries. Cancer, the weather is getting warmer and warmer and warmer where I am. And soon, Cancer, it's going to be Cancer season. In a month. Almost a month. A month and 5 days, 6 days. Good morning, Charlie. How are you? Thank you. Well, 2 of my kitties puked up food. I think the food I got doesn't agree with them. And I actually spent a day, I spent like 8 hours today with a bunch of people that were seriously sick. So I hope I don't get a relapse of their cold. That's good that you are good. Make sure you don't go and like catch, there's like a nasty cold going around. And not just here. I mean, it just seems like everyone is there catching May germs. Everybody's catching a flu-like thing. Yeah, I mean, I gave them this new cat food. And I mean, I don't give them the cheapest stuff. You know, I try and give them stuff that is organic and no byproduct, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, my 2 Siamese puked it up. The boy and the girl. Right. I don't know, like, all I know is that, you know, I finally got pretty much over that cold that I had for about 3 weeks. And then today I went to an office and everybody was sneezing, coughing, hacking, blowing their nose. And I mean, violent coughs. And they had like phlegm in their throat. I mean, they all should have been in bed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Shireen, it's funny that you say that because I have this friend who I met last May. And she keeps on asking me for readings, and I give her maybe like a reading every 4 or 5 months. Like I really space it out. And one reading she asked for me was back last August, and she broke up with this guy. And I saw that the guy wasn't over. And I was basically saying, guy isn't over. And then in January, like I was like, it's going to take some time, blah, 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 but that guy isn't done with you yet. And then in January, she had to go and take like a 2-state road trip, and she ended up taking it with him. I just thought that was funny. She was asking for readings. So I'm like, the reading still stands. So Aquarius and Hazel are not talking. Well. I don't know what to say. I didn't watch her content that much, but I did take a peek. Sometimes even when I'm pulling cards and I can tell like there's a not good person whose energy I have, but you feel their regret. You feel their angst. And it's sad. Well, I think that the same, I mean, I don't know what her energy is right now, but I still say the same thing. She feeds off you, and she doesn't have the best intentions, that's all. And I think when you're sport for someone and they're not viewing you as an actual person, but they're just viewing you as, I don't know, collateral or something to pass the time with, or they're objectifying you, etc., that's not good. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if someone can't go and deal with you as a real person, I mean, life is too short for that. And it's better to be in your own energy than deal with people who are pigeonholing you into their ideas of roles. And I mean, even talking about, your attributes or things like that. I mean, that's really none of her business, one way or the other. Well, just keep in mind that the more you feed, I mean, you say positive things, you say negative things, it's still feeding. And the main thing is if somebody can't go and engage with you positively, they'll engage with you in a negative way. So the best thing, if you can, is not to engage at all, because you're feeding them. You feed them good food, you feed them bad food, you're still giving them attention, you're still feeding. Right. Right. Don't give any more information to people. And plus, you know that they're not using it for your benefit as well. They're using it to play games, and that's the worst thing. And then it's like you haven't even. She's on the other side of the globe, right? Or like in another country, anyway. You have an ocean between you guys. So that what makes it even more ironic. And I don't know if she's about to tell you the full story or anything like that, but she definitely hasn't told you the whole thing. She hasn't told you the full story from the beginning. The energy has changed, has shifted. She could. I mean, she could do anything, but the question is, what would she do to try and keep in contact with you? And if you have a feeling that she might, as I said before, from the readings that I did for you, Charlie, your readings are definite, or your feelings rather, are definitely what you should pay attention to. Definitely. Well, the main thing is the fact that Hazel and the Aquarius both have they have more to their relationship than what they're telling you. I don't know what the whole thing is because I haven't pulled on it. Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me know. But yeah, I sort of forget what the whole gist was of the particulars, but those readings are up there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely hiding something. I mean, I feel like there was even some awares and bewares that I sort of pulled on energy that felt a little bit like them. It is. And it's manipulative, and you don't need that. You definitely don't need that. I don't know. I mean, and I say this because I don't know if I said this, but last year I lived in an area where the average age was something like 75 years old. And I went there because it was high income and low, it had no crime. It was supposed to be like the best neighborhood in the whole county. And I just didn't notice that the best neighborhood in the whole county had like a median age of 75. Like it was like 65 or something like that. I think it was 65. And in this place that had like no crime and affluent people, blah, blah. I mean, I kind of thought like I could go and meet somebody's grandkid, my grandson, like, there would be my soulmate would be like the grandson of like a wealthy family, but no, the only thing that were there were just like older people, and the age doesn't make a difference. I mean, young, old, immature is immature, crazy is crazy. Doesn't matter if you're crazy with money, if you're crazy without money. The only thing is, it just allows you more time to like be crazy. I thought, I felt sorry for her. She felt like she had, I don't think envy is the right word, but like she overcompensates to try and get attention or something like that. Like she strives to make an impact, or she strives to present herself a certain way, and it's not quite that authentic. I mean, like she tries to play to how she feels she should be, something of that nature. Yeah, yeah, that's what I felt. And it made me feel sorry for her. I mean, it's just sad, you know. I think it's sad when, regardless of what people do and so forth and so on, when you actually get a read, it's not like you can be entirely there. But yeah, I felt that, and I thought that was sad. Yeah, yeah, me too. But you can tell it's something. I mean, we all have trauma. I mean, you know, if we're here on the earth for a certain period of time, we all have varying types of issues. No, I mean, I think you can still have empathy for someone, but just because you have empathy doesn't mean that you patch. I mean, unless you want to, but doesn't mean that you have to patch things up and accept their treatment. I think it's just more a reflection of the fact you're just being reminded that there are, you know, out there in pain, people out there with their pain, and then how do they deal with that pain? And all that you just did was just protect your energy. It wasn't like, you know, you're doing anything against her. Well, you definitely, you know, she definitely, when people aren't good for you, they're not good for you. But it still is the fact that, you know, it's a sad state, a sad situation that forms people acting badly. I mean, just like the same thing with a Libra. The Libra is a sad state. Just because he's a sad state doesn't mean you should go there and meet up with him for dinner. It's just a sad state. I haven't looked at your pictures. I thought they were fine. Well, definitely protect your own energy. I think even more so too when you're in a period of transition, you need to go and protect your own energy. I mean, it's sad that people would take advantage of being your friend, of being close, blah blah, for their own gain, but they do. I know it seems like so many, or at least I've been meeting a lot of men with mother issues, and like older men, like men that are like 55, 65, 75, and and they're talking about their mother issues to me, and I'm like, excuse me. Like I have father issues, but I'm not putting them on you. I think I just had enough of people like dumping their trauma or trying to rebuild their self-esteem off of you. That's what's really irritating. And they try and build their self-esteem by crunching yours. Well, they definitely set you up. And he owes you money. And he stalked you. I mean, you know, as I said before, I have a lot of empathy for you in that situation because I dealt with something similar to that. I know, but with me though, it's like I get clients. I don't mean like tarot clients. I mean like on my other business who are there saying that they have mother issues. And then I don't know, like one client, that guy that stiffed me, the one that I told you about, who reminded me of the Libra. He had such an issue with my household, because it was like, oh, mother issues, mother issues, mother issues. And he kept on trying to be there, like, oh, when our parents were blah blah. It's like, dude, like, we're in two whole different age brackets. Like, what is all this we? And then this person too, he goes and he hangs out on college campuses. And he tries to go and talk to people, students on campuses. It's just weird. Oh, well, you're welcome. Charlie just types, that's all. It's just types. Oh, hello, Miriam. How are you? And I appreciate you as well, Charlie. You know that. Yeah, definitely don't talk to him. They've had their chance. And if they had their chance and they prove themselves to be a certain way, then, just accept it as that, right? Like the lesson, at least you got to know that before any more time got in, you spent any more time, you got any more invested, you put more, I don't know, you just had to go and be around their energy for a second longer than necessary. Sure. Send over a donation and I'll take a look for you. Will do. And I'll use some of these too. Let's see, greedy. Well, first of all, greedy and envy are two different things. Greedy is a hunger, right? A hunger that can't be satiated, can't be satiated. And envy is like being boiled up inside. You don't want to see that person happy. What's the right word? Not regret. You don't like seeing that other person achieve any sort of success. That's envy. Greedy is literally being almost like a cannibal type of energy. Right. Greedy would be to devour. I felt like very, very much that sort of energy. But I would envy. Envy is like seeing someone do well. It tightens you up inside. It's squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. I guess you could think about that too. While like a greedy energy is wanting more and more and more and more and more. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Be back in 1 second. Now I need to know what character that is. Okay. Tell me your question. Tell me your question and I will pull. Oh, super early. Where I am, it's 12:45 a.m. Of course, I have to get up early today. I have to catch the 6:30 bus out. But before I get out there, I just wanted to go and just chill out a bit more. Okay, why is this Aquarius female greedy with Charlie? Why is she, actually, let me go and get one more deck of things. I want one more thing, a little small thing. I'm going to go and pull. Thank you. All right. First, why is she greedy? I want these. First of all, I think the reason why she is not quite your question, but a message that I'm getting here. I have hideaway. I don't know if you can see that. I have hideaway. Here, 1 second. I'm just going to go like this. So first of all, I have these same messages. Family likes you, hideaway, and same age. Can you see that now? Or is it choppy? Okay. So first of all, with these cards, or these messages that I have up here, first of all, and as I said, it's not what you asked for, but it's a message that I have in here, so I'm going to share it. First of all, the reason why she keeps on talking about your age or has spoken about your age before is simply because she is someone who she is in, well, same age, right? She must feel she's in competition with how you appear, in competition with your looks and the fact that you're attractive, right? You know that. This isn't saying anything that you don't know. But that's like the energy that's really strong in her energy. That's why it's a point of contention with her. Okay? It's a point of contention. And also, too, with this family that likes you, I'm taking this not literally, but like, how you have your friends who are your family. It's like the fact that the impression that you make right away in her circle, you get a lot of love. You get a lot of positive reactions. You get a lot of positive reactions to that. And, basically the energy that I have here, first of all, is to monopolize. But monopolize, there is like this whole contention about um, your attractiveness, especially to her looks, and your just the natural attention you get. Yes. So first of all, that's like the first energy that's here, and that's the only reason why she is making a point about the excuse me, about the age. And this hideaway is like one point wanting to go and keep you all to herself, and another point it's not wanting you to show you to anyone. You know, how can she keep you locked up in a cage? Yeah, they're only arguing about it because I don't really. They were only arguing about it because you look better than you look. You look great. Okay, you look great, and that she does not. You know, sometimes too. You know, people have very basic ways in which they attack each other, right? On a core level, there aren't very many creative ways, at least initially, that people go and try and squish people. Well, I see. I was looking at this Korean couple that was getting married on the Korean gossip blogs, and they had this guy who was 38 years old, and he was marrying somebody, and that guy looked. Now I don't know if he had like makeup on or anything like that. I didn't zoom in on his photos, but he looked very, very young. I mean, I think only when you get hardened to an extent, that's what makes you look older. Not so much the age of being a certain way. Also, too, I mean, you look at some of these, like I have Turner Classic Movies on, which plays like all the movies from the 1970s onward. And literally, like their 40s did look a lot different than I think the 40s from now. And their 60s looked a lot different than the 60s from now. Their 20s looked maybe, I don't know. It's just a different type of thing. It's not even like what you've been through. It's how fresh you keep yourself. That's the whole thing. Like, do you allow circumstances to squish you? Or do you still say, like, so what? I'm going to persevere. Like, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to try and do. Exactly. And you know what, too? People who comment on just like, you know, how I really feel when they comment on what you look like. That's like the most basic thing of all to do. Like you said, they don't know what you've been through, and there's a competition in there, an unhealthy one. All I know is that I felt overcompensating. That's all. You know, she tries hard, and that was, I thought, a little sad to try hard. We all try, you know, as I said, we all have, nobody's perfect, blah blah. But and it is her choice. I don't know. But let's continue on to your question. I have a King of Swords. I have a Knight of Swords. And I have Temperance. Well, it definitely is about the type of attention that you get. Well, I think that she tries to present herself as tough. And that's also, I mentioned that before, like I find like a lot of women, they think in order to go and be strong or to like, to rule or to manage, to lead, they need to go and adopt a veneer of being tough. They need to, be in that masculine energy. Well, I have Five of Cups, bottom of the deck energy. I have King of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and Temperance. It's all about the attention that you get. Also, too, in this energy, it's like being the mediator. She definitely wants to go and attach herself to you. She likes being in your energy. She likes being in your energy for the type of attention that you naturally get. Excuse me, you naturally get. And she also knows that when she's, not connected with you, well, she likes being connected with you. I'm going to say that. She really, really, really likes the idea of having her identity connected with yours. The idea of not being connected is distressing for her, but it's all about attention. Also, too, notice as well all this male gazy stuff that we have. Exactly. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands. I mean, even if we were just to look at the cards, it's like, she gets attention by being with you. But it's all about, and that's the weird thing, it's all about the male attention, the male gaze. That's what she's using you for. And also, too, a conversation piece with the swords. She's using you as a conversation piece, using you to get attention. You're another subject to talk about. She can extend the time and attention from the people that she wants, using you as literally an object. That's why. And I think it allows her to go and approach or have that connection with Hazel and probably some other people that she's been talking to you with. I mean, I have two kings in this energy and a knight. It allows her to casually be approached and spoken to by other people, rather in this energy. So that is kind of what I have here. It's all about almost like being your manager type of energy. But it's like being your manager and keeping you in the dark about it too. No, she's weird. She's very, 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 very weird. And she's also all been out of sorts, the fact that she can't do that now. Whatever plans that she had, and she had like phase 1 plans, phase 2 plans, phase 3 plans, whatever plans that she had about you, she knows that they're not going to work out. She still is going to try. Also, too, I'm going to say in this energy, just another message, she's going to go she's going to go and still try to go and make to try and reconcile with you. It's not over. She's not over trying to reach out to you. Yes, it's very weird. Her energy is very, very weird. It's unsettling. And that's something that I guess that's the best word to go and say when you said, what did I think of her? I thought she was very unsettling. But yeah, and she's not done contacting you either. She'll keep on trying for a period of time or a couple of times. She'll keep trying because what what she feels she could have with you, well, she wants attention. She wants she wants the male gaze attention. And that she's using you to get it. She's using you like a lure. Or she's using you, hey, you know what I heard, blah, blah, blah. She's definitely talking about you too. Definitely talking about you. She finds out things about you and then she shares them. Quiet, little Cochin. Quiet. Well, that's what I have here. It's all about the plans that she had, but it's all about using you to get attention. She realizes that's not going to happen. But it's more than that, too, with that casual and younger. She likes the way that she can talk about you, but not have to deal with the pressure of she's using you as an object, but she doesn't have to go and deal with the pressure of objectifying herself. Maybe that's the better way of putting it. Yeah, she gossips about you a lot. She definitely, definitely, definitely does. But that's why, essentially, she is greedy for you. It's like, those dolls, no worries. Those dolls, what do they call them? That the I'm going to say the word wrong. Ventriloquist? Is that how you say it? Ventriloquist? The puppeteer dolls. You don't really see many people with them where they throw their voice to make it sound like it's coming from the doll. She has that kind of energy towards you. Like she could put you in front of her or put you by her side and use you. It's weird. It really is weird. It really, really is weird energy. It is, and it's all about my little cat's wanting to come say hi. You want to come say hi? Says, I want to say hi. Yes, she's here to say hi. And then she sits on the cards. She says, oops, I sit on cards. But yeah, it's all about the attention and the male gaze. It really is intense. Yeah. She said she had a little late night snack. It is giving pimp vibes. It's very disturbing. She ate just the same pills that upset the stomachs of the Siamese. And it's not even like, I mean, she's 5 years old. My eldest Siamese is 12. And then my second Siamese is 8. So it's not even like they're that old or anything. Oh, really? When did that happen? How did it happen? Yeah, they're big babies. I once had a woman too who tried to, she literally tried to take me when I was about 16 or 17. This woman who had her face slashed. But she had it like reconfigured, but you could still kind of tell that something happened. I was waiting at this table for my family to come back. They were going to, like, there was this restaurant, and they had these tables all around the marina. And they were off going to get dinner, and I was there with like the bags and everything like that. And, because they make the dinner, it was like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, like 7 p.m., 9 p.m. at night. And this woman tried literally to go and have me go off with her. Oh, she was a Cancerian too? Yeah, I don't know what the sign of that woman was, but she was like maybe 45. I think I was like 17, 16. And I just looked at her and I was like, get away from me, you're creepy. Isn't it? And then she was determined, she was there like, well, I'm not leaving till you come with me. And she had a man with her too. And they were saying, like, basically that they were going to go, and if I didn't go with them, they were threatening me and saying they were going to call the cops. They were like, if you don't come with us, you're going to call the cops, or we're going to call the cops. And at that place that I was waiting, like, the marina has their own like security guards and everything like that. I mean, it was like an open like it wasn't a gated community or anything like that, but they had security guards and golf carts going up and down. And we had been going back and forth to this marina for like 2 years or something like that. So I was like, go ahead and call them. What do I care? I mean, you're not going to go in, but she was trying all these intimidation tactics to get me to go with her. Yeah, she was literally trying to abduct me. She was assuming, I guess, with the coats and everything, that I was like a runaway or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you have to watch like weird people, I think. There's so many people that try and approach you for weirdness. That woman, she was literally trying to abduct me, and she was trying to intimidate me into going to her car and saying that she was going to call the police to go and like if I didn't go with her. Yeah, this one, she said that she had a nice home and that she went around and she took care of other girls. She said, other girls like you. I can give you a good place to stay. And I was like, I'm just waiting for dinner. And she was there like, that's what they all say, dear. And she had a Southern U.S. accent. I can't imitate it, but she was saying, that's what they all say. And then like 3 people were coming down after about maybe 45 minutes because, again, you had to wait for the meal to be cooked. And they were there like, what are you doing sitting at this table? Like, like the way that they were sitting were even obvious that they were like trying to harass me. She should have. I think that's what they were telling her, because they're saying she said she was going to arrest me if I didn't go with her. And then they were there like, you better get out right away, or we're going to go and have you arrested for trying to abduct. She got out of there so quickly too. I know there's just so many weird people, and they have no compunction about trying to make it seem like they're in the right. Yeah. Yeah, just her whole, I mean, the thing that was, I think, creepiest about her was obviously by saying, if you don't come with me, I'm calling the police. That must have worked for her before. I mean, just the intimidation tactics that people use. Yes, it's kitties. This is little Kwee-Kwee-chan. This is Mystic Cherokee. Yes. Thank you. Her brother. Her brother is crying. He ate some food and there's more food. There's more food out. And he's in his cubby. I can't let him eat too much because then he'll puke up all his food. He doesn't chew very well. He just swallows. Yeah, she's here to say hi. Yeah, she says brother always acts out. This is little Mystic Cherokee. He says hello. She says, I am Madam Mystic Cherokee. He says, I give you your good energy. And she's very much little baby girl. So soon her sweater can come off. I know, wouldn't she? When I first got her, I found her. I found her in by the side of the river in a lot that was filled with garbage and car parts. And when I first got her, she was so dirty, little tiny kitten. And I tried to scrub her as much as possible when I first got her because she was also very sick. And I knew that I wouldn't go and wash her again because the trauma could be too much, like at least for a while. So I wanted to, but I had to go and wash her because she was so filthy. And her little chin has like a little orange smudge, like a slight orange smudge here. And when I first got her, I thought that was dirt. So when I was washing her, I was like, how come I can't get that clean? Really was, she was, someone took her mommy and dumped her mommy out, and then she had kittens outside. I tried to get her mom too, but I couldn't, which was probably God saying that was a good thing. Otherwise, I'd have 8 cats, and I don't need 8 cats. Yeah, I definitely think that's part of it because she remembers that I took her in, and she was just a little baby girl. That's why I definitely say with pets, the pets will find you. And I can say, like my Siamese, I got both of them from breeders, and they definitely have a very different attitude from her, who I found. Yeah. I mean, I found the other ones. It was really odd how I found the male Siamese. Like I was out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and my cat that I had before was poisoned. He was poisoned by the handyman throwing rat poison around. And and then I saw this ad like literally 2 days after he passed that someone who was within a half a mile distance from me in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the sticks, had Siamese kittens. Yeah, I don't like before I liked the idea of being like way out in the middle of nowhere. But then when I was actually in that place, it was really, really scary because, well, first of all, I was on the border of a national park. And there were hikers or bums, I don't know which, who kept on staying in the shed in the barn. Like every morning, there was somebody there leaving with their backpack, but they were sleeping in the barn or that. And then when the weather started warming up, people were literally sleeping on my porch. Men were sleeping on my porch. This is like out in the middle of nowhere. I also didn't have a car. With that abandoned the little Kwee-Kwee-chan. Oh, you mean who did the rat poisoning? Yeah, I know I know who did it. The person that did it, I was renting a house from this woman who was a daughter of a college professor who said that I was her favorite student. So she introduced me to her daughter, and her daughter was like the worst Satan spawn I have ever met. Really, really nasty, evil woman. Well, I moved, and that was a little bit of a while ago. But really horrible woman. The woman, she, like, her one claim to fame is that she was one of the people who hung around Andy Warhol. So she was trying to like always attach herself to being one of his friends. Do I have tattoos? No. I know. Curse her so much. Curse her. And then the handyman that did it. The handyman was like her boyfriend, too. It was just disgusting. She was such a tacky woman. Tacky, nasty woman. And then she went and oh, well, I'm not even going to go into it. There's a whole story behind her. But basically, I mean, you could just look at a photo of Andy Warhol and then just imagine anybody who goes around bragging that she was like Andy Warhol's friend. You can imagine what she would look like. I agree. Her place was in. Yes, we've all been through a lot in our own ways. Do you have tattoos, Shireen? Oh, thank you. Well, you just have to, as I said, not allow the crap to get to you, because that's what they want to do. Is they want to harden you. They want you to be like them. And we know that being like the people who inflict trauma, pain, negativity, etc., that's not the way to being a more enlightened society. That's not the way of even bringing light and love into our own household. What kind of tattoo? Do you have piercings like, oh, really? What kind of tattoo would you get? Oh, that's a cute one. I always like the idea of henna tattoos. And I like doing the soles of your feet. Probably. Shireen, I'm going to go and head off because I have to, it's 1 o'clock and 1:30, and I'm going to have to get up in about 4 hours. I didn't sleep yet. But I'll catch you later, okay? I'll be on tomorrow. You too. Bye bye.